Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles the Bandsman. Welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And we see them. And today we have an update from Molly Qerim. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video, sub to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. So let's get into this story here. So we follow this story pretty closely. We've talked about it as information came out surrounding Molly Qerim's abrupt departure from ESPN First Take. We covered her comments. Then Stephen A. Smith went and did his show, and then later on we found out that ultimately it was about money. He made an entire show talking about contracts and overvaluing yourself and not understanding whether or not you have leverage or not, and then said it had nothing to do with that. And then we later on find out that one of the reasons she did leave, or probably the biggest reason that she departed from the network, had to do with money, right? So we've gone through all of that. Now, I got to say this. At the time, I was confused about it, and I want to give a big shout out to the audience because people were letting me know, like, yo, son, you lost. You lost in the sauce with this story. Dumb me. I thought Molly was coming back. I thought she was going to return. People had to let me know, son, she's never coming back. Do you know when they let me know this? When we did a show about someone that was auditioning for her role, when I was reacting to it, I'm like, I don't understand. And people are like, bro, Charles, she's not coming. It's over. It's over. So people had to kind of hit me up to what was going on there. I didn't understand what was going on at the time, and that's why it's good to have a smart audience and have smart people around you, because you know they can educate you at times. So I didn't know. So appreciate you guys for pretty much filling me in on that. But anyway, was doing some research this morning, and I came across some news as it pertains to Molly Qerim. There are two articles I want to read from. The first one is the big lead. The other one is from Mark. Let's start with the big lead. It has the following headline stating this: Molly Qerim announces surprising first appearance after shock ESPN First Take exit. And I'm like, oh, is that so? Let's continue on. The article then states, Molly Qerim has become synonymous with ESPN First Take, having spent a decade hosting and moderating the show. So it came as a shocker early this month when Qerim abruptly left the show. This came after news broke that she was leaving the network at the end of the year. Regardless, there's been a lot of speculation about the reason for Qerim's departure, but she hasn't spoken about it. Questions about whether she might take her talents, about where she'll take her talents next, have also arisen, with no clear answers on that frontier either. And while her long-term future remains uncertain, we now know when and what her next public appearance will be. Then continues on. The former First Take host will moderate a Q&A with UConn's men's basketball coach, Dan Hurley, Wednesday night at the Student Union Theater on the school's Storrs campus. The New York Post reported. It then continues on. Qerim is an alumnus of UConn, so a setting like this is perfect for her to return to the limelight. With the Huskies having achieved much success going into another season with big expectations, it should be an interesting Q&A with Hurley as well. Fans are unlikely to find out more about Qerim's exit during this appearance. Those details will likely arrive later. ESPN executives have revealed that she was set to be taken off First Take even before she left. Which Qerim has yet to address. In any case, it'll be good to see the sportscaster back and doing what she does best. So that's what that article said here. We have another one from Mark. I just want to quickly touch on it. It says, Molly Qerim forgets First Take as she confirms return to new role. He says her actions after the ESPN's experience demonstrates both her experience in the field and family heritage, which led her to a place of work, UConn, a homecoming at UConn. Qerim will host a Q&A with UConn's men's basketball coach Dan Hurley in the Student Union Theater on the campus's Storrs campus. This session is one of the Never Stop series by Hurley that focuses on resilience, leadership, and personal growth. And then this is the post here. It says join Hurley, blah blah blah. $40 for adults, $35 for $35. What? $35? Man, y'all are better than me. I ain't paying no damn $35 for nothing. But anyway, I ain't got it. And then the article basically goes on to say a few other things. Then Molly, she then posted on her Twitter. And she posted a picture of herself wearing her former school's jersey or whatever. You guys can look at it here. And she goes, UConn basketball love, right? So Molly's doing her thing. No, this is an old picture, but anyway, that's her there. So what are my thoughts about this? Few thoughts. Number one, good for Molly. Good for Molly. She's staying active. She's staying busy, which is good. Number two, it seems like Molly made a lot of connections throughout the sports world, hence the fact that she has this opportunity here. Good for her. Good thing that her former university, is showing her love. That's good for her there as well. And after the news broke, people spoke about whether or not Molly would go to various places. Of course, FS1 came up as a possible destination. You guys remember, FS1 did a lot of cord cutting early this year. They got rid of a lot of shows, a lot of names like Emmanuel Acho, Joy Taylor, Craig Carton, Keyshawn Johnson, Paul Pierce, LaShawn McCoy. By the way, you guys know that Emmanuel Acho and these guys are gone from at least the TV shows, but he has a new show, and I'm noticing the episodes are being published on the YouTube channel Speak, which used to be the channel for. So I don't know how they were able to work that one out, but I've noticed that as well. So who knows? Maybe Molly will get an opportunity to work at FS1. We certainly know that they're going to be looking for some hosts and some great moderators. We don't know the shows that they have coming down the turnpike. I guess we have to see, wait and see what these shows are going to be. Funny enough, speaking of Joy Taylor, a lot of people have also speculated on whether or not Joy Taylor will get the role on ESPN First Take. I doubt, given some of the people that I've heard that are interviewing for that particular role. I doubt it will be Joy Taylor that gets that role there. But in terms of Molly, man, it's good for her, man. It's good for her. At the time we did the show, at the time we were reacting to the story, some people thought that I was overvaluing Molly because according to reports, she was earning $500,000 a year working on that show for 10 years. And I said that $500,000 to work on a show like that isn't a lot of money. Not that $500,000 isn't a lot of money. Obviously it is, right? You're damn near in the 1% of earners in the United States. The point I was making was there are people in the sports industry who are also female that go on sports shows and they don't even go every day. And they're making $500,000. And they're not working nearly as hard as Molly in terms of being present, traveling. So that's the point that I was trying to make. Not that, the $500,000 isn't a lot of money. That's not the point I was trying to make. I was just trying to say, like, damn, you're working on a show where the host, not the show, the star of the show is making 20 M's a year, and you can't even get one. Nah, bro. I'm like, come on, like that wasn't jiving with me. But hey, these are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show, and I'm out. Peace.